everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Vlog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Is everything okay? I know it went pitch black for a second. I had to change some settings because I am indeed on a new setup, and so everything was not working correctly. Also, before anyone asks, Heimdall will not be running because obviously I'm not on my home computer setup, but I will indeed have a bot running. Hello there. Hello, 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 hello. How art thou? How art thou indeed? Wookiee lives matter. Damn right. Damn right. Let's see. Have I configured this correct? Announcements. I'll deal with that next time. Next stream, I'll have that running. What's going on? What's going on, peeps? CT is here. What's going on, CT? Outpost Dyer. What's going on, Sticky V, Lily, Patton, Bruce? Dude, huge shout out to Bruce for sending me the Blu-ray. I put a shout out to you on the Welcome to Asgard channel. Vladdy, what's going on? Alex McCarthy. Tina's here as well. Wookiee Lives Matter. James485. Nickel Noodles. Markrell, what's going on? Perth Comics, what's going on? You look like an 80s VHS tape. Probably. I would imagine that I probably do look like a VHS tape. Don't know how to fix the camera. I was playing around with the settings like 1,000 times to try and get myself full screen without these black bars next to me, but couldn't do it. Could not do it at all. Glugging the manatee milk. Oh, man, oh, man. Oh, God, that manatee milk, right? Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Sorry things weren't working out. Sorry, hope everything is coming through okay. Sorry. You don't know why it's coming through old cam, because it's still the same camera, different microphone, same camera as my home computer. But I have no idea what's going on with that. As you can probably tell, I actually overslept a little bit, which is why it still looks like I'm asleep, because I am. Dion, what's going on, bruv? What's going on? Mikey Woods. Mikey Woods. You look fine, 1,000 times better than my camera, says Mr. Peabody. Well, I'm glad that I'm coming through okay. Sticky V, how has your day been so far? Oh, it's been great. You know, earlier today, me and Freya, we went and looked at some houses. Found some pretty good options, but obviously still a lot to think about. Still have to sell our own house, for example. And once all that stuff's taken care of, then we'll finally be able to actually put something down up here. But yeah, things overall went pretty well. Had some nice meals, which was very nice. And overall, everything else has been going pretty well. I'm just exhausted because on Friday, for those that don't know, it's been a while since I streamed, but you know, on Friday I did the Walk of 9 Churches, which essentially is walking about an 8K, and then on Saturday we did a 10K, which is the Crescent City Classic, and then I drove for 7 hours on Sunday. And so I'm sore, I'm exhausted, I feel awful. But other than that, everything has been fine. Maybe the ceiling lights. That might be the ceiling lights. Might be it. And normally I have my face lit up from the front, so that might be the reason why it doesn't look quite good right now. Yivo, what's going on there? Bear. Old software? Nah, it's not the software. It's probably the lighting. It honestly is probably the lighting, because this is a brand new. This is the newest member of the team, Big Bertha, that I'm running from right now. So all the specs are fine for this to be running it. I just think it's because I don't have the lights. I don't have my usual setup, and I think that's the reason why it just doesn't look quite right. So I have not moved yet. No, I have not moved yet. This is, again, we're at an Airbnb, which is probably the only reason why the internet connection is holding up at this point, is because we're using it's like an EPB is what it's called. It's actually a public utility up here in Tennessee, which is actually kind of cool when you think about it. That internet's a public utility, which means it's cheaper. You get faster speeds for it as well. And so everything should be fine based on the speed test that I was running. I should be able to run this at the normal speeds and the normal quality that I'm usually able to. So hopefully everything is coming through. When can I move as Mr. Peabody? Soon, bruv. Soon. Oh, man. Replants, yeah, I always hate with the whole packing and moving thing. Oh, yeah, it's awful. It is. It's absolutely terrible. It is. All right, let me get that up here. Also, RLB Hypnotic, about 22 minutes will subscribe to the channel, so welcome. Also, if you're watching on DLive or on Twitch, I will get to you guys as soon as I can. Obviously, with this setup, it's going to be even harder to keep track of those things, but I've not forgotten about you if you're watching on Twitch or on DLive. Also, for anyone that's watching on Periscope, hello from the Twitter worlds. Let's see, John Early says, which is worse, emotional, mental, and psychological pain or physical pain? Oh, Father, I'm just curious. Well, emotional, mental, psychological all at the same time? I'd go with that one. Abbas Dyer, did you move already? Just visiting. Just visiting? Yeah, just visiting. No. Definitely have not moved yet. Still need to buy a house. Still need to sell a house. Right now we're on a trip to look at houses because obviously you can't just look at a house from far away. You gotta check the merchandise out a little bit before you make any purchases. Shane Egan. What's going on, Shane Egan? Nicolas says, who's watching the couch and floor puppies right now? They're all here. They're with us. We drove with them. Again, we drove up here. It's about a 6.5 hour drive or so. That we were able to make it about 6.5 hours, so it's not too bad at all. Let's see. Alex McCarthy says, now we need a VHS Odin account. I know, right? Now we need a VHS Odin account. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's listening to you, man. What's listening to me? G-Monkey says, you look and sound good. Good luck with Tennessee with the adventure. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Riverside, yeah, seriously. She's right next to me right now. Yeah. Saw a doggy tail. Yeah, I was having issues with the setup earlier because this thing, the computer that I have, is ginormous. It's a 17.3 inch. Don't ask, like, the reason why I got it is because it was on sale. It was like $500 off. And also, I think Best Buy made a mistake because I all of a sudden realized that I had a $400 off refund from them, which means that this was even cheaper if that actually holds true. I'm not going to say anything about it since it was money coming towards me. But if it's a mistake and they have to change it down the line, I'll know why. But if not, then I got this for about $900 off of what it normally would be. So I'm not too upset with that overall. Sticky V says, just get your friends to pack everything. They'll love they will love going through your stuff. Probably, yeah. I mean, I don't have, the packing part's gonna suck when we actually get to that point. But overall, the packing I think is not gonna be. Especially when summer hits, because then I'm not going to be doing anything else because I won't have to be going to school. So I'll have like a month or so before. Basically, it depends on when we sell, when we buy. That's going to determine our timeline as far as when we're leaving and how quickly we need to get things ready. Zane Water says, yeah, we're going to move as soon as our house sells, so I totally get it. Yeah, seriously, it's a rough thing. It's a rough go. It is a rough go sometimes. Bruce says, the stream is coming through much better than in Tennessee. I'm able to view in 720p. Well, isn't that interesting? I didn't really change anything settings-wise, so I don't know why it's coming through better now. I guess the internet. Bear says, hey, thanks in advance on Twitter. Just uploaded a video. Used Power Director 365 Pro to produce, mix 3 different audio tracks into one. Bear. Awesome, dude. Sounds good. Lily Patton says, Kathleen Kennedy and her SJW story group are working on The Mandalorian. Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to have their name attached to it in some form or fashion, but, I mean, as long as Jon Favreau is still the creative head of it, then I think it'll be okay. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pop out this chat here. Oh, no, I can't pop out that chat. Guys, remember, if you want to get my attention on YouTube, please put Odin question. All one word, Odin question. How can I pop these chat out? Pop out chat. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to pop out that chat. Alex Martinez, what's going on, bro? What's going on? The Picard show started production today. Did it really? Interesting. Yeah, that's one that I think that I'd like to see where it goes. I'm not the biggest Trek fan. I'm not the biggest Trekkie in the world. My wife is, but she even doesn't watch Star Trek Discovery. Not because she doesn't want to, but because of the whole all access thing. It's harder to watch, and she likes to be able to watch things live as they happen, without going through any other nefarious means. So maybe it's for the best. But no, it's interesting to see how that works. Let's see, I got that one already. John earlier says, somebody said most people in real life say they want to be Batman, but you really wouldn't because of the physical and mental scars. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I don't think anyone would actually want to go through all the things that he goes through. It's always fun to say, oh yeah, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that. But then actually doing it, you're like, maybe not. All right, let me get my Twitch chat set up so I can talk to my people over on Twitch. See, am I coming through on Twitch? I am coming through on Twitch. Okay, coming through on Twitch. No one yet in the Twitch chat. That is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine. And and then let me make this a window. Let me make this a tab. Let me make this show as tab. There we go, and then put that there. That way I can go between all the different places. Jake McGinnis, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you very much. Alex Martinez says, did you watch Game of Thrones? I do watch Game of Thrones. I am caught up, and I am totally with Gary on this one. So actually, Gary messaged me and said, dude, we need to have you on one of the future Game of Thrones shows that he does with Doomcock on Sundays after the show. Because I watch the show, I try and watch it live, and I was able to watch this one last night too. And man, it is so much filler. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a couple of things that I like. And there are a couple of things that I really liked. The knighting of Brienne of Tarth was awesome. I thought that was a really great touch. All of the acting was spot on there, especially the woman that plays Brienne of Tarth. That was awesome. But then there's a couple of things I didn't like. For example, I am totally in agreement for different reasons. I think that, everyone was giving Jeremy hate for the video that he made going after, the fact that they did that scene with Arya. Because for him, and just like for me too, she still is that little girl that we started the show off with. And I know in real life she's 22, and I know in real life, her character's supposed to be 18. But to me, I was just like, it's totally unnecessary. And that's a problem that I personally have with HBO shows in general. Why do you have to have sex? Why do you have to have nudity? Why do you have to have these elements that are not necessary for telling a good, cohesive story? I've just never really understood that. I've never really liked it. And so I am totally in agreement with there, just for, I guess, different reasons. I didn't think that it really helped her character. I don't think that it really, developed her character that much. My wife saw it and had a very different opinion. She said, I thought it was great because it, goes along with her being in control of herself and being in control of everything. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? That reminds me so much of all the nonsense from the 1960s that led to so many cultural problems about, no, it's up to me and I'm going to take control. And it's like, okay, but having control of your life doesn't mean that you have to simply have sex. I'm sorry, that's just, I've never understood that concept, and I don't like this in Game of Thrones. I don't think it's a good thing to be in Thrones, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Especially, think about that first episode. There's nudity in one scene with Bronn, and guess what? Totally unnecessary. They could have conveyed a very similar story without any of it. And I just think that it doesn't add anything. Personally. That's just me, though. I don't think it adds anything. Let's see. Patrick Duff says, are you watching Endgame in theaters? Yes, me and Freya actually already had our tickets, so we're going to be seeing it Thursday, 6 p.m. showing. And we're very excited for it because it might be one of the last really great MCU films. Fool of a Took. What's going on, Fool of a Took? Hello there. Reed Palancia, thank you very much for the super chat. Says, technology is a queer thing. It brings you great gifts with one hand and it stabs you in the back with the other. Carrie Snow. I wouldn't have met so many good people around the world, nor would I suffer with such headaches. Reed Palancia, that's an excellent quote, and I think it's totally true. Technology is a great thing. It brings all of us together. I mean, the fact that, Peabody is over in Australia right now, and so many other people from the UK and from all across the world, we're all in the same place at the same time. But yet also, if you read Twitter and see, for example, if you follow Jeremy over on Twitter, you see the things that are tweeted at him every single day. And it's like, God, there are so many just disgusting things. There are so many disgusting things, and it's really sad. It is really sad to see how all of that, plays out in that way. It just, it's so sad. All right, let's see. Peabody says, grab a Monopoly, sit on the toilet, have a game of the throne. A game on the throne. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Zinewater says, gratuity is the byline of Game of Thrones. Yeah, and I understand that to a point, Zine. I just don't feel like some of it's necessary. That's just me. That's just me overall. I think that you can convey the same information in different ways, in smarter ways, I think. Purple Comic says, Game of Thrones has a lot of talking this season. I thought the final season would be all action. Arya still looks like a little boy to me with her clothes on. Yeah, again, and I understand that she's a woman, and I understand that aspect of it, but at the same time, too, I just, again, don't know why that's something that needed to happen. It's all about needing to happen. But also, for the rest of the episode, it was all filler. Like, seriously, you've been having us wait 2 years for, 8 episodes that were all supposed to be, like, the best bit of television that we've ever seen in our life. And nothing has, other than, it's been great to have some of those reunions, but many of the reunions have just been contrived. It's like, oh, of course you got to put this together. And then they're putting some reunions together, and it's like, okay, well, we didn't really need to spend 20 minutes setting this entire thing up. And so we haven't even fought yet. So according to this, we're supposed to have, nonstop fighting for the rest of the year, for the next of the season? Does this mean that the Night King is going to get destroyed in 1-2 episodes? Does that mean that the remaining episodes are just going to be political nonsense and political fighting? Does that mean that we're going to get 3 episodes that are going to be focused specifically on the aftermath? Again, I think with this season, there was an expectation when having to wait so long, when having the amount of anticipation, they should have realized that they could have done. I don't know. I think that they're using, I think, too much exposition this season. And this is not the season for exposition, because we've just had several seasons worth and several years worth of that, and this should all be completion at this point. Alrighty, let's see. Yivo says, the showrunner said they invented sexposition. Basically, they gave important info during sex scenes. There was no such information in the Arya scene. Yeah, Yivo, I think that's a good point, that maybe in previous scenes they had done something to that effect. But as I said before, you could have done without it. And again, that's a personal preference thing. I personally have never understood why it's needed. Never understood why it's needed. Alrighty, let's see. Zinewater says, I'll never understand how being in control of my life translates it into being sleazy. Doesn't that mean you're not in control of your life since your sexuality controls you? Zine, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's why, you know what, that's the reason why, and this is going to be a weird comparison, that's why I hated Wreck-It Ralph Break the Internet. Because basically the entire story arc for, what's the character's name? The little girl's character. Vanellope. Her entire character arc is, I can do whatever it is that I want to do, come hell or high water. It doesn't matter how my choices affect anyone else. All that matters is me and my experience. I want to do this. I want to leave my game. I want to go out into the world. I want to leave my family behind. Guess what? This is the exact same mindset that led to so many single-parent household from 60s, 70s. And that's the reason why I hate that film. And I don't think that bringing that storyline or bringing that line of thinking into anything is conducive to telling good stories or portraying strong characters on screen, whether they're male or female for that matter. Yeah, I just don't understand it. John Early says, somebody also said, is people want to be Superman even if they say they don't, because Superman can just do so much. Although me personally, I wouldn't want a real life Lois Lane. Yeah. Orange Hat Review says, you are seeing Endgame the same time as I am. My town is excited about getting a pre-screening. Small town, very little excitement. Ooh, oh wait, your town's not that excited, I guess? Small town, very little excitement. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, sorry, got it. Small town, little excitement. I got it. That's funny. That's funny. Shane Egan says, have you heard of the bombings of the churches in Sri Lanka where 299 people died? Shane, I did hear about that. It's awful. And it's sad, too, because, I've been on the road a lot, and so I've only been hearing bits and pieces of that information, and no one seems to really be covering it all that much. And if they are, they're doing it just to get the ratings and not to actually because they care. And it's sad that we have all this stuff going on, and no one gives it any recognition. But I guarantee you that if the location of choice had been of a different faith background, it would be getting nonstop coverage and would be having every single member of Congress saying something about it. And I think that's sad that we live in that world. Sticky B says, all this connectivity, all this access to information, yet still so much misunderstanding in the world. Exactly. And also, even though we have more access, we now no longer really know how to communicate with one another. Look over on Twitter. Look over on social media where people will talk to each other and people will, just speak terrible things to each other, treat each other terribly for that matter. And it's like, okay, just because we have this type of access and the ability to say anything 24 hours a day doesn't mean that we have to say literally everything during that time period. So, Alex McCarthy says, I gave Josiah a praise tweet earlier when I saw someone trolling him. Aw, man, no one should. Who's trolling Josiah, man? That dude's like a part of the straight and narrow. Like, there's no reason to go after that dude. He's awesome. As Martinez says, there are only 4 episodes left. Are there really? There's 6 episodes? There's only 6 episodes this season? Ooh, waste. They just wasted 2 episodes. That's ridiculous. Gunnar Renee, thank you very much for the super chat, says, Norwegian ticket sites and all the theaters using it are giving Brie Larson top billing for Endgame, which doesn't match the poster at all. Might that violate their contracts? Well, I mean, I don't know about the contracts as far as top billing is concerned. I don't think that that's the type of thing that necessarily goes into contracts. I mean, I could be wrong. But it is interesting that that's only going on in the Norwegian ticket site, because I'm not seeing that anywhere else. I'm seeing the same poster and the same type of billing for that reason. Also, keep in mind that if you go, for example, on IMDb, Brie Larson has top billing, but the reason why is because IMDb rates all of their castings based on basically their IMDb star meter, was whatever it's called. And what that means is who's getting searched the most. And obviously, Brie Larson is getting searched a lot because of not only Captain Marvel coming out, but also because of all the nonsense going on behind the scenes, too. And I think that might be a reason why maybe that might have affected the Norwegian ticket sales in that way. It makes sense. It would make sense to me. Proper Jenny, Ginevra, Proper Ginevra, thank you for the super chat, says, I like trolling Josiah. Why do you like trolling Josiah? Josiah is a good cat. Josiah is a cool cat. Josiah is a very, very cool cat. I don't know why you'd want to go after him. Let's see. Tech Guy says, when you getting home, we miss you. Tech Guy says, hey, I miss you guys too. So we'll be home Wednesday evening. So we'll have the stream. Gonna try and do a one-man low council tomorrow as well. It'll be around the same time just because I'm now in Eastern Standard Time, and so I just don't really think I could go wait until 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Just don't think that would work. So that's the reason why it is a little bit earlier for certain people across the United States, especially if you're Central Standard Time. But again, I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry for that. Let's see. Alex Martinez says, but winter is coming. The White Walkers are nearly here. Yeah, nearly here. Finally. So let's see, 4 episodes left. So they're going to spend hopefully at least 2 of those episodes on the White Walker battle in order to give it its proper due. And then I guess that means you have 1 episode of Aftermath and then 1 episode of fighting. I think that the last episode is likely not going to have much fighting in it because it's all going to be about what happens. But maybe they'll do half of the second last episode is fighting, and then fighting goes into the last episode, and then maybe the last half of that episode, like the last 40 minutes or so, are dedicated to, what is going to come of everything. Oh, there's so much craziness, though. There's so much craziness. I love it still. Again, I still love the show. I'm still going to watch the show. I just don't like some of the decisions that have been made, especially this season. Zane Water says, I know the gratuity is why I don't like it. Yep, right there with you, man. Tina says, I told Josiah I was getting a strong Helm's Deep vibe from last night's Game of Thrones. I kept waiting for Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli to show up following by an elfin army. I know, it definitely did have that type of mindset to it, but the difference is that you didn't have nearly as long of a build-up, and the payoff, of course, was fantastic, because the Battle of Helm's Deep is one of the reasons why Two Towers is probably is arguably the best of the Lord of the Rings films. Just, that's my opinion. G-Mega says, last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones could have been one. Yeah, well, they're also an hour and 20-minute episodes, I think. So they're mini movies. So what I'm really hoping is that, as far as the last 2 episodes of the season, that they're awesome. But if you're talking about, sorry, I now understand what you're talking about. And also, excuse me, that this season, so rather the first 2 episodes of this season, so the one last night and the week before that, totally could have been 1 episode. Absolutely. With much less of the slowness to it as well. Again, this season should be all freaking action. We've already had several years and we've already had plenty of time to have exposition, to have explanations, and all this other stuff. You can have all those really great meetups, but also have a more, interesting story. I Am Omei says, why do you think this bastardization of the 60s is happening, plus the... Okay, I don't know I think the 60s were really bad for us as a culture, just overall. Again, that's just my opinion as a theology teacher. CB says, Odin is just shopping for a house. I wonder what criteria he uses for his final choice. It's so funny because as we're going through, obviously we want it to be future-proof, so we're looking at rooms. We want to make sure that we have enough to be able to, when we start having kids, to start, have enough room for everybody. But also, too, it's funny because we totally, at every single house, was thinking to ourselves, okay, where could my studio be? And there's one where it's basically almost like a 3-story, but it's because it's on like a mountain. So the first floor is actually like on a street, and the 3rd floor is actually like still on the mountain, and there's like one road that, not even a road, but like a ramp of a road to get to like the main road. It's crazy, but so obviously, like, I was going to be placed in the very bottom in the dungeon, so that way my loudness would not reach Freya, because I get very loud, as I'm sure Freya can always attest to. But it is funny how we were actually thinking about that. Frank says, hi, my friend. If you end up living in Tennessee, I'll come see you, right? Damn right, Frank. We'd love to meet Frank. Adam, not so much, but Frank, absolutely. John Early says, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Disney became more popular because of the Notre Dame fire. Probably, but just remember, that's been my favorite Disney animation film for, like, the very beginning. And anyone that's been watching my streams knows that anytime I've been asked that question, Hunchback has always been at the top of my list. So I love Hunchback beforehand, because Hunchback has always been extremely underrated and an amazing movie as well. Alright. So let me go ahead and head over to give some love to my people. Let's see. Pralix is here. What's going on, Pralix? I see you watching on Twitch. Thank you very much, man. Also, if you want to support me, if you want to help me out, and you have a Twitch account, watch me on Twitch. It just helps me out with the algorithm there to try and eventually get to the point where I can start receiving bits and stuff like that. So if you can, if you have the ability, please do, and I'll also be able to read your chats a lot more easily as well. So thank you very much if you can in advance. So Pralix, once again, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And D-Live, love me some D-Live. What's going on D-Live? So let's go ahead and get this party rolling here. Oh boy, lots of people on. All right, so Kim Can Park is here. What's going on, Kim Can Park? What's going on, Patrick McDuff? Brad Beer Hunter, thanks for being the mod. Fanemo, what's going on? Mozzarella Moose, follow for follow. No, I don't do follow for follow, Mozzarella. Appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that's against the terms of use, so I'm not going to do that. Dion, what's going on, man? Fanemo says Alan Moore once wrote that having sex is the final act of becoming a child, for a child becoming an adult. Yeah, I think that's a terrible quote. I think that's a terrible metric. And I think that's led to a lot of the problems we have in the world today. Not gonna lie. Brad Beer Hunter says, "Well, Robert brought his house and house start together. It is crazy that if you pretend to shake salt in your mouth, you can actually taste salt. Try it. That's a weird thing to say, Biddy. I'm gonna call you Biddy because of your name." Fonemo says, "Wow, I have a totally different take on that. I love to discuss it over the air and not through the chat since it is a pain." Says Fonemo. Definitely at some point in the future. We'll have a discussion about that. Captain F-Head says, "I've seen a film that nudity has moved the plot forward in any significant way. No need for it. The imagination can do that for the scene." Captain F-Head, you're exactly right. You don't need to actually have the gratuitousness. You know, two people in bed with the covers on, you know what's going on. Just saying. Captain F-Head says, "Most adults don't need an instruction video." I know, seriously, right? So what is it being done for? Oh, yeah, that's right, because people are drawn to that. And they know that. They know that there are adults that are drawn to that, and I don't think that's healthy. That's just me, though. Brad Beer Hunter, Braun doesn't fight with honor. Give the man some new... Brad Beer Hunter. Oh, God. Kim Can Park, thank you very much for donating the ice cream. Thank you very much for the ice cream. Appreciate it. Brad Beer Hunter says, "Next episode is the longest battle scene in history. Can't wait." Brad Beer Hunter, if that's the case, cannot wait for that either. Captain F-Ed, thank you for the lemon. Thank you very much. So again, if you're over on D-Live, it's all cryptocurrency based, and so if you watch the stream, you gain cryptocurrency for free just by watching, and you can also, I think, buy cryptocurrency and donate to streamers just like anyone else. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Dion, what's up? All right, so now they say that I'm live in the chat. Brad Beer Hunter, what's going on? Nickel Noodles says, "Double dipping in the D-Live stream." What's going on, Nickel Noodles? Thank you for doing that. Dion, "I'm finding a stable stream on D-Live than YouTube. Maybe it's my connection." No, Dion, I don't think that it is the case. I've heard from Brad especially that the Twitch stream and also the D-Live stream are more stable, and that has everything to do with D-Live and Twitch, and also the fact that YouTube sucks, which is why I'm doing it in the first place. And obviously, I see on D-Live, I just got a distortion beard. That was fun to look at. Nickel Noodle says, "D-Live is more stable than YouTube for me, too." Yep, that's what I've been hearing a lot. Kim Can Park, just listening while doing overtime. Well, Kim Can Park, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And hope that you were enjoying. Dion, thank you for the lemon, bruv. Thank you for the lemon. All right, and Pralix is still my one and only over on Twitch. So thank you very much for being supportive over on the Twitch channel. All right, back to the chat on YouTube. What's going on, my YouTube peeps? Let's see. Darwin James SWR, thank you much for following me on Twitch. Appreciate you, man. Orange Hat Review says, 70B got harassed over the weekend. People have to stop with the nonsense of intolerance. Oh, God. Did you really? Maybe I'm just blanking on that right now, but that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. God. Peabody, Frank is here. I saw Frank in here. Super Anime Gamer, what's going on? Super says, "Hey, forgot you were streaming today. What's up, my dude? How was your weekend?" Weekend was fine. I'm actually currently in the great state of Tennessee at an Airbnb, which is why the location's different, which is why the quality is different. The sound's going to be different, but hopefully I'm able to salvage. I hope the sound's coming through fine. I know my videos early not sound good because I had a sound machine on at one point because my dogs, get very upset by everything. They're actually asleep, it looks like right now. Which is adorable on the bed with his Freya's. Obviously, she's got the headphones on. She's in her own world because guess what? I'm loud and I'm obnoxious, and she doesn't agree with everything I say, which is one of the reasons why everything is great, because it's boring to agree with every person on every single thing. But yeah, they're asleep. They're cute. They're so cute. See, Andrea says, "Who do you think dies next episode?" I think Arya, Brienne, Grey Worm, and probably Jorah. Oh man. That is, I know that, so obviously I don't know any spoilers. I've not been following spoilers. This is a spoiler-free stream, so please do not spoil anything if for any reason or somehow you know anything, because that is just terrible. I just know that the writers and the creators have said they want to have another Red Wedding moment. So now they're totally on their own. Now they are very separate from what the book might end up ending, which is kind of a place of, oh boy, they could do anything. Let's hope they don't do anything, because that could not be good. And I think that if they're going to try and do some type of Red Wedding scenario, then you could definitely see a lot. I mean, people are going to die. I mean, you don't face the Night King, you don't face the army of the dead, and have every person survive. The only I can't tell you who's going to die, but the one person I think is going to live is Tyrion Lannister. Because Tyrion is my favorite character. He apparently is also George R.R. Martin's favorite character. George R.R. Martin also said, I think, on record, that he wouldn't want to kill that character. So that's like, as far as who lives, Tyrion. Now, who dies? I mean, again, pick your choice. Brienne would make sense, at least as far as the episode, because she had that very high moment last episode of becoming a knight. And I think that her being a knight now is going to embolden her to do even more than what she would already do. And I think that she's going to end up sacrificing herself in some capacity. I could totally see that happening. But yeah, basically, it definitely was, the last two episodes have been setting up, oh man, if this person dies, it's going to be really sad. Hopefully it's done effectively. Hopefully they haven't wasted these first two episodes. Sigby says, not convinced there is a good definition of an adult. Just take responsibility for your actions and increasingly try to understand the world around you. That should be what the adult means. Yeah, being an adult means making decisions and taking responsibility for those decisions. And if you make a mistake, owning up to it and learning from it. That's what being an adult is. This whole connecting it with the world of sex is a terrible idea. And it's what causes so many problems among teenagers. As someone who works with teenagers, and here's the conversations that they have, and here's the mindset that they have, and here's the justification for their actions. Trust me, it's this entire defining of adulthood and connecting adulthood with sexual act that has totally screwed over an entire generation of people. So, guys, if it is buffering a lot for you, you might want to check out the stream on DLive or on Twitch. If you want to know where those links are, in the description of this video, I have the link to my DLive and also to my Twitch as well. So if you want to follow me on Twitch or DLive and try over there, you might have a better chance, because YouTube sucks, and YouTube has not been very great for streaming for a long time now. And so if you want to check it over there, I've heard from people there that the streams are more stable. So it could be your computer, it could be your connection, but according to them, they say that overall it's a better connection overall. So let's see. Alex Martinez says, are you going to continue to grow out your beard? If so, what length will you shave it? So I'm not going to grow it out too much long. I'm going to keep it trimmed. So I'm not yet. So it's going to get trimmed at some point. It's definitely going to get trimmed at some point. I'm also probably going to try the bald look this summer. So I'm probably going to try and shave all of the top head, at least all the top of my head off, and keep the beard. Let's see. The K-Man, thank you for the ice cream. Is that what that is? Thank you for the ice cream on DLive. So I do have up my DLive notifications as well. So thank you very much for that. And then, all right, someone's following me over there too. Thank you very much. I'll check out DLive in a second. Let's see. Razlev, thank you very much for following me on Twitch. Appreciate you, bro. Let's see what we got here. Zion says, just wait. They're going to get Ryan Johnson to make the next episode of Game of Thrones, and he'll just have some arrow take out the Night King, and it'll be over in 2 seconds. Subversion! Oh, Zion Waters, if they build up the entire battle and then have it end in 5 minutes, everyone's going to be pissed. Everyone is going to be pissed off. Also, Freya is now on the phone, so if you hear anyone in the background, it is Freya who's on the phone, because in our Airbnb, pictures can be very deceptive. It's very tiny in here. It's very small. It's almost like a shotgun, so there's no doors. And so literally the bedroom's right here. The kitchen and bathroom are both here. Yes, the bathroom is in the kitchen, technically. Yeah. Ugh. Lots of things. Lots of things that could be said. That won't be. Bruce says, I don't watch Game of Thrones, but watch the scene on YouTube, and I got uneasy watching it. Yeah. Same here, man. Super says, ooh, Game of Thrones discussion. Who do you think will die next episode? Yeah, I'm not going to go down that road, because there's just too many things. There's just too many things that could happen. Let's see. Alex McCarthy says, chat says you're buffering some, must be the stream can't handle the beard. Sorry. Probably. Tina says, somebody called her an Uncle Tom. What? Why? Oh God. Sharon, bless her, got all over the jerk and gave him the history of Uncle Tom and that she's not what the leftists have made him. Jeremy did a video. Holy crap, dude. Well, Steph, I think someone said Steph's at work, so yeah, Steph, we love Steph here on this channel, and for anyone to talk to any person that way, especially one of the Valkyrie, who is one of the sweetest persons in the world, you seriously have problems. Because you don't go after one of the nicest persons in the history of mankind, which is Stephanie, and do that. So if you're someone out there and you've gone after her or you've said anything critical of her, you need to reimagine and rethink your life because you're obviously doing something wrong. You're obviously a sad individual, and God have mercy on your soul. That's all I can say. God have mercy on your soul. I would not like to be you on the day of judgment if you're going to go after someone as sweet as her. All right. Bruce says, keep heading north. You'll be in Louisville in no time. I know, right, man? Fool of a took. Thank you very much for following on Twitch. Orange Hat Review says, I got you going on both Twitch and YouTube, but YouTube is actually more stable right now. A little buffering, but Twitch is buffering a lot. But I got it going for you to get more stream time. Well, thank you, Orange Hat Reviews. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. You know, the streamings are always interesting. D-Live is pretty stable, says Nickel Doodles. Awesome to hear. Alice McCarthy says, everyone is going to live. Thank you everyone's going to live. Thank you very much. It's possible. I just don't see it. I don't see why it would happen that way. Super says, my death predictions are Barrick, Dondarian, Grey Worm, Theon, and Ed, and maybe Gendry. If Jaime dies, I think it will be down in King's Landing. Arya is at risk, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict, for sure. John says, I remember seeing 3 movies in theaters back in 1997. The first one was Batman and Robin. The second was Disney's Hercules. And the last one was Volcano starring Tommy Lee Jones. Oh, man. Those are 3 very different films. Batman and Robin is hilariously bad. Hercules has, this, in my opinion, the second best score, only next to Hunchback. And Volcano is just a great disaster film. I actually really like Volcano. I don't know why. Eva says, I've been sure Tyrion is going to die ever since he said he wanted to settle down with a vineyard. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to die. I don't. Eva says, I've been oh, sorry, I got that one right. Zinewater says, pledge to celibacy. It'd never be an adult. Yeah. Super says, also, how much do you want to bet we're getting a zombie Hodor and Bran warging into a dragon? Ooh, definitely gonna get, I don't know about Hodor, but with every reunion happening, it's possible. Bran warging into a dragon, I think, is definitely more likely. Definitely more likely. For sure. Oh man, I'm so far behind. This is crazy. Grandma Studio said, sex is a lot used in films because it is a good moneymaker, and that's the reason why they use it. They do it because they know it's going to keep the eyeballs on screen. They know that there are, they know that men biologically are more prone to be drawn to those types of images, and so they totally use it against. They totally use it against the biological state of humanity, and I think that it's wrong. I really do. Tina says, the dude tried to apologize to Stephanie, said he misspoke. He misspoke the way Brie Cheese misspeaks. Thank you very much. Yeah, seriously. Oh my God, yeah, that person, I'm sorry, you don't say that and not know what it means and what it entails. Yeah, again, God save that person's soul. As far as this beard trimming is illegal, sir. Oh, is it really? Lou says, hey dude, how you doing? Lou, what's going on, bruv? How's it going? Modern Dude Thing says, how's it going? Sorry I'm late. My notification didn't go off, so go also. My Brie Larson video is doing well. Well, Modern Dude Thing, congratulations on the Brie Larson video doing well. It is indeed, algorithm gold right now. It sucks because I would love to talk about anything but her. I would love to ignore her completely, but, again, YouTube can't even notify people when live streams or videos get posted, so it's kind of like we're stuck in this thing of having to every now and then do a video about things that we've talked about and we don't really want to talk about anymore, to be perfectly honest. I wish I could talk about so many other things, but I gotta keep the ball rolling, I guess. Bruce says, checking out watching on D-Live but chatting on YouTube. Awesome, Bruce. Shane Egan says, I know you probably haven't heard of this, but last week a journalist was murdered in Northern Ireland by the IRA during the riots in Derry. What? I did not hear about this at all. I did not hear about this. Yeah, Julie, my Irish sister, she did not tell me about that either. So that's so sad to hear. Alex Martinez says, the stream can't handle the hat or the beard. Andrea says, watched any old Marvel movies before Endgame. Watched a bunch recently, and only Infinity War left to see tomorrow, then Endgame at the cinema on Wednesday. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so me and Freya are going to try to watch Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Infinity War before the movie comes out. That's the plan. That is the plan. Whether or not we see them all is still up in the air. It's still a question. Serto Gaming says, can the Disney merger with Fox cause the delay with Alita's DVD release? Serto Gaming, I think that's the reason why it's being delayed. Because the last full Fox release, that was independent of Disney was Alita. And so now everything is chaos behind the scenes. You've heard about all the people getting fired, etc. I think that is the reason why we have not heard anything. And it might be delayed because of that, for sure. Absolutely. And it's not because Disney is holding off on it. It's because imagine you're a company and you've just been taken over and a bunch of people are getting laid off, getting moved around, getting condensed. I mean, things are going to get lost. Getting a DVD or Blu-ray out on release is not going to be one of their top priorities, even though it's one that's definitely going to sell pretty damn well. So... let's see. Tina says, Stephanie is lovely, and to call her an Uncle Tom and have no idea what the Uncle Tom character even was, that guy was such a jerk. Yeah, seriously, you don't just apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, sure you didn't. that is the very definition of what an asshat is. Andrea says, it was of course a Brie Larson fan that was racist towards the Valkyrie. Twitter name was something of Captain Brie fan. Of course it was. Oh, of course it was. God, those people are the worst. CT says, what is your favorite Star Wars meme? Ironic. I love anything with the Emperor saying ironic. It's so good. It's usually used very well. Rhaegar Targaryen says, just saw Hellboy. It's alright, not as bad as some are making it out to be. Kind of reminds me of the Resident Evil films. Well, that's interesting seeing that, one of the actresses from the Resident Evil films is in it. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I still kind of want to, just to see if it's as bad as people are saying. But with those low expectations, then I probably won't hate it. Unless it's really awful, which is totally possible. All right, I'm over on Twitch. Darth Volan, what's going on, Darth Volan? Pralix with the face. Viewer count says 4 here now. Pralix, thank you very much for watching over on Twitch. Razlev, what's going on? It seems to hold quality better than YouTube here, says Pralix. Awesome to hear. Razlev says, my friend recommended you. Well, Razlev, hope that you enjoy the stream. Darwin James, yep, been on Twitch for a few, and yes, the stream is much more stable. Glad to hear it, Darwin. Glad to hear it. Let's see, Raz, is that someone doing a dab? That's someone hitting a dab. Fool of a took. What's going on? Pralix says, Twitch has been solid all evening so far. Glad to hear it, Pralix. Razlev says, why is YouTube crappy video and Twitch better? I think it's because Twitch is specifically for live streams. DLive is specifically for live streams. And I think that YouTube has always been about uploading videos and has not been specifically for live streaming. And I think that in some way, it has to be a problem with the coding. It just doesn't work out. It just does not translate very well. It has to be something to that effect. It has to be. Let me go ahead and pause that because I probably shouldn't be streaming myself. Let's see. Your beard looks better here, says Raza. Very, very glad to hear it. Where I call in Bagger Vance. What is this? All right. Pity follow? Okay, Captain Tony Lamont. Looks like we got a troll over there. So Pralix, you know what I'm going to do, Pralix? Let's see, how do I do this? Do I have the power? Do I have the power? Boom, there we go. All right, Pralix, you're going to be, since you've been pretty, yeah, Pralix, since you've been very stable over on Twitch for me, you're now a mod, Pralix, over on Twitch. So if you can just keep on a chat, keep an eye on the chat, make sure no one's trolling anybody. Would appreciate that, Pralix. There you go. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, good sir. Oh my. And thank you for letting me know about the video dropping too. So hope everything turns out okay. Appreciate it, man. You're awesome. All right. Over to my people on the DLive. What's going on, DLive? Oh man, we got a lot of things going on over here. Alrighty. So Dion got me the lemon. Let's see. Brad Beer says, why I pop out YouTube chat and hang out in here. Brad Beer Hunter, great to hear it, man. Let's see. Sherwin, thank you for the ice cream, man. Appreciate the ice cream donation. Sherwin, do the arm thing, please. What's the arm thing? What arm thing? Tell me what the arm thing is and I will do that. Thank you very much. Appreciate the ice cream. Brad Beer Hunter says, but Bran shot the death look at Tyrion. Odin, get ready. I hope not. I hope not. K-Man, thank you for the ice cream. Peabody, thank you for following over on D-Live. Yes, indeed. Boo T-Series, thank you very much, man. And yes, Boo to T-Series, go subscribe to PewDiePie, for sure. Thank you, Boo T-Series. Appreciate it. Peabody says, I think D-Live hates Aussies. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. 13 peeps in the house on D-Live. Nice, Dion. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Miguel says, nobody better be talking smack about our stuff. Absolutely, man. Brad says, and Nick, if they want an axe here, go for it. One button permaban, says Brad Beer Hunter. Damn right. Phonemo says, Volcano was a fun movie, and I'll still throw it on from time to time. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember seeing it on cable a lot, but yeah, it is definitely a fun time. Kim Cam Park says, are you going to see Godzilla? Yes. I would have bought my tickets already, but it's not available in Dolby or IMAX yet. Once it's available, and it should be soon. Same with Detective Pikachu. I would have bought those tickets too, but there's no prime showings yet for it. So I'm going to have to look into that more when I get home, I guess. Zombie Eddard Stark watch. Oh, God. Could you imagine? With Godzilla are hard. Hell yes. Oh, for sure. John Wick 3. I've already got my tickets for John Wick 3. Damn right I've already got my tickets for John Wick 3. It's going to be the greatest film of the year, I hope. And Godzilla very, very soon. We are in D-Live Smoothness, says Dion. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much so. Appreciate that very, very much so. Alrighty, back over to the YouTube chat. What's going on, my peeps on YouTube? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Super says, the only Game of Thrones characters I'm convinced are safe are Tyrion, Sansa, and Sam. If Sam dies, we riot. I love that non-existent man. No, you can't kill Samwise, as I love to call him every time. Ever since his character is introduced, I'm like, oh, this is Samwise. This is totally the Samwise character, and I love it. It's so great. Oh man, yeah, don't kill Samwise. He's a good guy. Asgard says, I love Batman and Robin. Okay, basically Arnold was the only good part. There's a lot of other hilariously bad parts too, but Arnold is the best. I used to meet you. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. So, if anyone's ever been to Disney World, there is a ride, not a ride, but there's an experience. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's Disney, I think. Yeah, it has to be. Yes, it's Disney. Sorry. I was confused for a second. It's called, I think, Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. And it's a comedy show. And it's actually really funny. It's hilarious. And one of the skits is actually a live actress doing voice work. And what you do is you text your own jokes, and then they read the best ones. So my wife sent a joke, and she thought it was really funny. And then I sent the What Killed the Dinosaurs, the Ice Age, with Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. And guess who's got picked? This guy. And so in her cartoon voice, she did an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, and it was fantastic. I loved it. And my wife was so bitter. She's like, that's not even funny. I'm like, yes, it is. It's so funny if you've seen the movie and you understand the reference. Grandmaster Yoda says, you buffering a lot. Did you respond to my first post? This is the third. Grandmaster Yoda, I thought I did. So I probably did. If as long as Odin question was there, I responded to it. So I can't remember every single thing though. Alexander, so isn't Jarya so disgusting? Yep, still is, man. John Early says, I've heard people in Europe are more used to sex and television and film, but they are not used to violent movies and violent television. Strange Sean. Yeah, John Early, I'm pretty sure that is accurate. Let me just make sure that everything's going okay on my end. I might have to do. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to turn my fans on a bit. I'm going to turn my fans on a bit on my PC. That's what I'm going to do. So you might hear some fan noise in the background. Let me know if it's too powerful. Let's do full speed. Full speed fans. Ooh, there we go. Let's cool off the PC a little bit. It's a little on the warm end, so that might be causing some of the buffering. I don't know why it's getting so hot when it's only 11% of it's being used. But let's put the fans on. Let's see if that helps out. Let's see if that helps with some of the buffering issues. And if it becomes too loud, please let me know. Let's see. Sticky V says, I advise to not follow the news too closely. It has been a happy Easter for everyone. Sticky V, yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, man. The news has been terrible. News has been so terrible. And they don't care. All they care about is, pushing an agenda or doing something else. Bruce says, we'll watch Infinity War on Thursday right before heading out to the night for 7 p.m. showing of Endgame. Very nice. Aiden Vickery says, given that Bree seems to have zero social skills, maybe her fans are the same. That would make a lot of sense to me. Vladdy says, as a Christian, are you the type of who worries about occult satanic stuff in movies? Not as much, but definitely a little bit. It doesn't really show itself up too much in movies. Television is the only thing I can think of recently where, for example, Sabrina, they use a lot of that nonsense in there. And so I can definitely understand why it would cause some concerns, though. Alex Martinez says, who is your favorite Game of Thrones character? Tyrion Lannister. Easy. Alexander says, Jeremy gained 1,200 subs today. Holy crap. Wow. That is pretty impressive. Andrea says, did they hire Brie Larson to represent sexist, racist, and just awful people? Diversity and representation, you know. Oh, yes. I think so. Peabody says, D-Live, I tried, but there was no sound and just froze images. Probably my internet. Probably seeing that you get, what, a 2 megabytes per second internet over there in Australia in the Upside Down. Andrea says, now that Bob Iger is getting off the sinking SJW ship, do you think they will go for a woke CEO to replace him? I don't know if the board's going to go that way. Because remember, the board has a lot of power. The board cares about money. And they know if they choose an SJW person at the top, it's not going to be good for their bottom line. So I wouldn't be surprised if they choose someone who's kind of the opposite of him. I think it could be interesting. Super says, there's a fan theory floating around right now. The book series will end with Sam writing a Song of Ice and Fire. Thoughts? Definitely think that's possible. However, that would be a little too much on the very similar to the Hobbit franchise. So I don't know if they'll do that. Modern New Things, I'm Verves for Endgame. I'm Verves? Like excited? Anthem in honor voice. What saved Darth Maul? The fans! that was terrible. It was terrible. 70B, no problem at all that you're late. Guys, huge shout out, huge love being sent over to 70B. You are amazing. And to that asshat that went after you on Twitter, God have mercy on his soul. Because you are an amazing person. Lou says, hope you're having a good day. The leaks are starting now. We're in the end game. Oh, God, yeah. I hate leaks. Patrick says, who do you think will be the next Disney CEO? No idea. I'm not on the board, so I have no idea who's even in the discussion. But let's get some claps going in the YouTube chat for 70B coming in here, because 70B is an amazing person. Grandmaster Yoda says, I think the Brie Larson will flop any film and will not have Disney guards. Probably. All right. Let me go ahead over to the D-Live. We are in D-Live right now. Let's see. KJ35779. My chest is broken. Okay, so KJ, what you need to do then is if you get the app for your phone, the chest will work. So if you get it for your phone, then your chest will work. Let's see. Happened. Yo, what's going on, Happened? What's going on? It's shaking but won't open. Oh, it is shaking and won't open. Interesting. Okay. I know that if you use the app, it's better because I think they're upgrading the site because I think there's been so much heavy traffic going to the main website. They've had to update a few things. And so I think that's why everything is happening in that way. Let's see. Dion says, I'm watching on my computer and spamming the chest on my tablet. Nice, Dion. All right, that's how you do it. So again, if you want to watch stream on your computer, go ahead and do that. And then if you want to gain actual cryptocurrency for free by watching the stream, you have to do it on your tablet or your phone with the app. So thanks, Dion. Appreciate it. Dion says, does anyone know how to access emotes? I got the icon, but once I click on it pop-up window, it has nothing in it. Dion, from what I've gathered from my limited time on DLive, is once someone puts an emote in the chat, you can save it and use it somewhere else. So I don't know if that's just a way to try and get you to go into more chats and watch more streams, or what. Brad Beer Hunter says, NFL draft, early Sunday showing of Endgame, then the long night. Brad, no, nice, very, very much. Thank you. There you go. So Happens got the emotes, so I think now you can save that emote and use it in the future. And then basically you collect them. It's almost like a trading card game. You collect them over time, and eventually you can put them anywhere you want. Let's see. Captain F says, I was reading something the other day that suggested the occult is actually occultist vision. As a society, they ended the Illuminati. Interesting. Captain F. thank you very much for the lemon. Niggledoodle says, the beard is very clear over here. Awesome. Also, I see I'm buffering, and Niggledoodle says, we lost him. Kim Camp Park. I was going to wait for the Endgame DVD, but now I'm just going to skip it. Okay. All right, let's see. Am I also buffering on... Down on YouTube. Down on... Oh, boy. Stay on target. Hello. Stand by. The stream is dead. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Hello. Papa, can you hear me? My PC temperature's down, so it's not that. Hello. I see you, says Frank. I hear you. Okay. I see you. The stream is fine. Okay, good. All right, stream is fine, it sounds like. Sorry for that. No idea what happened. No idea what happened, but I went down everywhere. So it's either my end or it's the internet. Okay, gone again. God, come on, man. Twitch running. All right, Twitch running says Pralix. Thank you, Pralix. Appreciate it, man. Ladazzle. Ladazzle says Roslev. Thank you. D-Live and Twitch are up. YouTube is down. All right, thank you very much, Pralix. Appreciate that. I'll go over and hang in there. We lost him. You're down on YouTube, says Alexander. I'm here, says Dion. I hear you, says Captain F-Head. Alexander says, Jario's okay, the show agrees. Nope. Lost YouTube. I hear you too. D-Live is still live, says Nickel Noodles. Okay. Glad to hear that D-Live is at least still working. Oop. Doesn't sound like D-Live. D-Live's not up on my end. Let's see if maybe Restream can tell me what's going on. Alright, still says online. Looks like you're streaming with FCL without having Mixer channel. You may consider switching to RTMP. No, because that should still be fine. It shouldn't matter one way or the other. Also, I've got 5 people watching on Periscope. Hello. Holy crap, we lost a lot of people on YouTube, though. Ah, that is very upsetting. That is very upsetting. Let me go back to the YouTube. Odin's back. You're back on YouTube. We see you, says Maverick the Cruel. It works again. Breathe. Back up on YouTube. D-Live is good. D-Live is offline. Man, this is ridiculous. This is insane. I'm still here, guapo. Pin drop. They're still in the old chat. There's an old chat? There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a different stream. There shouldn't be a different stream. Kevin M, thank you very much for following over on D-Live. Yeah, because D-Live isn't showing anything. Back on YouTube. YouTube's down. Pralix, thank you, man, for keeping up with me, man. I appreciate it. It looks like Twitch is down, though. Let me refresh. Alright, now, Twitch is still up. Alright, so Twitch is still up. D-Live is down, according to my stream. D-Live is good. Well, the stream went down, explains it. On my tablet, he never dropped. Okay, that's weird. That's very interesting. Alexander still sees me on D-Live. Alright, I can't even see myself on D-Live. So, I don't know how that's working out. Pralix says, all 3 up for me. Thank you very much, man. Alright. Let me head back over to my YouTubers. Andrea says, I would rather entertain and hope that people learn something than educate people and hope they were entertained. Walt Disney quote, except exact opposite what Disney now stands for. Yeah, seriously. He says, I would rather entertain and hope that people learn something than educate people and hope they were entertained. Yep. Anthem says, I never lost you on YouTube using my iPhone. Interesting, Anthem. Okay. Soulside says, Hola, Odin House, Tennessee. It's going fine. It's going just fine. Just having some connection issues. Andrea says, I have no use for people who throw their weight around as celebrities or for those who fawn over you because you are famous. Walt Disney quote, Brie and her fans, anyone? Andreas, that's a very good point. I think that he is well beyond his years. Also, is the fan noise being picked up too much by my computer? Have y'all noticed too much fan noise? Please let me know if you do. Because I had to cool my PC down because I thought that might be the problem, but it looks like it might not be. PY says, we want to walk through the houses. We want to walk through the houses. It has to be good enough for our Odin. John Early says, I know it's all opinion, but Danny Elfman believes his Batman theme from the 1989 film is the definitive Batman theme. What do you believe? Personally, I like Junkie XL's Beautiful Lie. I mean, John Early, I think that his is definitive. Because didn't they use it also in the Batman animated series? Didn't they? Mountain Dew Thing says, I think Game of Thrones is just fine. Yeah, I mean, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Fan noise is okay. Cool. Awesome. We can hear it, but it's not too loud. Awesome. Frank says, I didn't lose you. Okay, so it sounds like some people never lost the stream. Some people did lose the stream. I don't know if that can be anything. I don't know how that could be my end. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Why? Linda, why? Random Notre Doom. Hey, Odin, would you be interested in joining my Discord? I don't have time for my own Discord most of the time, so I'm going to say no. Bruce says, fan noise just a little bit. Sounds like white noise. Okay, cool. Maverick, cool. You'll never lose me, Odin. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump over into, let's see, Twitch. I'm watching on PC, browsers, no apps, if that helps. Okay, I gotcha. So, Pralix, thank you for that very much, man, for keeping me updated on that. I just see streamers offline. He's back on YouTube. I hear the fan noise, but it doesn't bother me. What do you think of Game of Thrones last night? Dude, Alexander, you heard me give my opinion of Game of Thrones, man. And if you jumped out, I'm not going to repeat it. So, yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up on DLive. Let me go ahead and try refreshing it. Let's see. Does toggling that help? Not toxic white noise. Fanboys too loud. Oh, DLive. Why you do me like that, DLive? That's so upsetting. Cause it's showing up. Because for me as well on DLive, it's not showing anything up. Let me see if going to the main page changes that. No, it still says streamers offline. Why? Why you do this to me, DLive? Why you treat me this way? Why you treat me this way? I don't know how anyone can still be watching on DLive. You might be in the stream on DLive, but it says streamers offline. All smiles here, says Dion. Dion, you're seeing video right now on the DLive page, or are you listening still through something else? Because the chat's still up on DLive, but there's no video. How is live video running, says Mr. How? I can't even see the video. If I can't even see the video, Kim Cam Park says, I see you. How? I can't even see myself. This is some messed up stuff, bruv. I can see your words, beard, and face. I have no idea. I'm so confused. Whose house are you at? I'm at a Airbnb. Mr. P.I. says, aha, my favorite band, and they have a song called Move to Memphis. Do they really? That's fun. That is fun. Andrea says, Captain Marvel making the pager that she gave to Fury is an almost exact copy of Civil War, where Captain gives Iron Man a phone to call in case of emergency. Andreas, that's a good point. That's a very good point. There's a lot of problems with that movie. There's a lot of problems with Captain Marvel, especially narratively. Objective problems, narratively speaking. Let's see. YouTube 70 watching, 76 likes, Sticky V says. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Just smack the side of the computer. I don't think it's the computer, though. Because everything, I'm very confused. Mismatched sock. Opinion on Endgame not being the end of Phase 3 and what that means for the next few movies. That is stupid, is what that is. That is stupid. So for those that don't know, apparently it came out that Endgame is not the end of Phase 3, but Spider-Man is the end of Phase 3. Now, here's why that's stupid. They've already announced that not only is this movie the end of Phase 3, like not only was Endgame supposed to be the end of Phase 3, it was supposed to be the end of what's called the Infinity War Saga, of the Infinity Saga. So basically they just retconned their own announcement by saying, oh, no, this isn't the end of Phase 3. So are you saying that Spider-Man is now the end of the Infinity Saga? Is something somehow going to continue? Because obviously the movie is very much its own. It seems to be moving on from the Endgame Thanos storyline. So that just doesn't make any damn sense. So maybe there's something else going on. Maybe they just don't want to give up the golden goose, I guess, about how it's going to end and who's going to die. And maybe it's going to be a time issue. Maybe it's a time travel issue. Lots of questions. 70B says, just blow on it, video game style. I know, right? The old video cartridge style. That's how I should do it. Twitter post leads to DLive. Bruce says, I'll buy a Captain Marvel used when it's a third party making the money. Not Marvel. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, buy it from somebody who's already paid the money for it. That way they get the money, not Disney. That's funny. Or, you know what? Get the streaming network to watch The Mandalorian, and then you'll get it for free. And I mentioned this in the video the other day. I think that they've announced that Captain Marvel is going to be the first MCU film to be released on their Disney streaming service, which comes out November 12th. Which means that it's now been protected from a low Blu-ray sales. because now they have an excuse. So they can say, oh, well, why would anyone buy the Blu-ray when they can get it on the Disney streaming service? And so when it doesn't live up to other MCU films, that's going to be their big excuse. And I think that it's going to be a big thing. Everyone's saying, God, not time travel. Why are they going to be so weird with all their... 70B says, also 70B, you keep putting OD question. Make sure you put the Odin question. Says, Andy from the UK, Andy was attacked today too, and Don Cheadle was a part of it. Wait, what? Don Cheadle was a... Wait, what? 70B, tell me more, please. Random Doom says, will Brie Larson one day grow up and realize her actions are immature and not what adults do? She is hearing this from me. I have mild autism, and even I'm more mature than Brie is at times. I hope so. I hope all these knuckleheads grow up one day. Andrea says, when Captain Marvel 2 flops, Captain Marvel has the worst rating out of the 22 films. Do you think she will be replaced? Both Edward Norton Hulk and Rhodey, Terrence Howard, got replaced. No, I think she'll just go away. I think the character will just go away. As Riley says, free viewing of Captain Marvel still wouldn't be worth it. Mad Mitch says, legend has it that you need a flux capacitor, 1.21 gigawatts, and a DeLorean. Great Scott! Yes. Vladdy says, any tips for the fans to promote Alita when it hits Blu-ray streaming? Pre-order it as soon as it's available. As soon as that becomes available, and I already said it, I'm going to promote the hell out of it once it becomes available. So I will definitely be a part of trying to get that going as fast as possible. I'll do a video on it. I will do anything to try and get that film promoted to hell. Patrick Duff says, maybe relationships with Marvel and Sony leads to Spider-Man being the end of Phase 3. I don't know. Patrick Duff, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. Grandmaster Yoda says, reason to buy myself on Disney Plus because I can pay once and see it endless time when I want it. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but also with Disney Plus, you can see it like 1,000 other ways. And yeah, who's going to actually say that, Grandmaster Yoda? Who's going to say, ooh, I want to buy it on Blu-ray so that way I can watch Captain Marvel 116 times. Wait, only one crazy person did that. And he was doing it just to break a world record, not to actually because he liked that movie. You know what? In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, someone did the math on it. I think he had to have been spending 40 hours a week watching Captain Marvel or something like that to break the record. Here's the thing. It makes sense because, think about it. He was trying to break the record. There was only one movie coming out that was going to have as wide of a release as Captain Marvel, which was Captain Marvel. And so therefore, showtimes were on his favor, were on his side, and it meant that he could see it that many times to break the world record. So I still think it's stupid that he was spending that much money. I don't know what kind of deal they tried to get in. Senavi says, Andy was involved in a tweet. Don Cheadle tweeted this to Andy. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, that's ridiculous. Random says, are you worried about Bob Iger becoming president in 2024? No, I don't think he's going to. No chance. He can try, but he won't. Tina says, we do a bit of everything. Oh, thank you very much for welcoming that person to the stream. Piece of Angel says, I had an idea to help you promote too. Well, you and Geeks and Gamers and maybe Anna too, but I can promote the idea here. I figured maybe people can help donate copies to give them out. I mean, I was already planning on trying to give away copies of the movie at some point. But of course, it needs to be available in order to do that. So definitely down the line, though. Peabody says, did you see the Red Dog Challenge? It's on your Discord. No, I did not. I did not. All right, let me go ahead and see. D-Live. Okay, let's see D-Live. Oh boy. All smiles here. Live videos running. I still don't see it. I don't know how you can see me on D-Live. Yes, page. PsyOp. D-Live has become sentient. I know, seriously, right? Captain F-Head. STD comes to D-Live. Oh my god. STD AI comes to D-Live. Dion, all good here on YouTube as well. Still says streamer offline on my end. Same here, Brad. D-Live is running on my tablet as well. No issues. D-Live is now alive. D-Live is now alive. Nickel Noodles, yes. Phonemo, Endgame is my end. They are just trying to make sure they have one more huge movie before everyone jumps ship. Yeah. Kim Camp Park says, maybe Spider-Man will be about the aftermath. Nickel Noodles says, D-Live is creating its own Truman Show, watching you. Yes. Yes, Nickel, yes. Phonemo says, okay, I tweeted you that I survived the last Jedi drinking game. Did you, Phonemo? How did you survive? Lisa, you're killing me. I'm wondering if... You know what I'm wondering? Oh, man. Yeah, it must be a restream issue because I was... No, actually, it must have been a connection issue because I was getting... Yeah, 26 minutes, 19 minutes, 10 minutes. I got several different restream alerts. that the thing had crapped out. Oh boy. But it's still not showing up on this end, and I don't know where it would be streaming to if it wasn't streaming to this main page. So let me see. Maybe the DLive app is working. Maybe the DLive app is working. Profile. My channel. Nope. Not showing up on my phone either, so I don't know what's going on. I'm probably going to have to end the stream, though, to be honest, because with the restream saying that the stream has ended officially like 3 times, I don't know what that's going to show up with on anything else.
Hey.
Oh, hello, hounds. The hounds are not happy. Alrighty, so let's go back to Twitch. Since Captain Marvel had to be in the MCU, how would you introduce her? Macho Man, what's up, Macho Man, over on Twitch? Basically, I would have had her introduce an Endgame. I would have let the Russo brothers take hold of it. I would have let the Russo brothers handle her character correctly, and then introduce her in a proper film, and not the nonsense that they decided to give us instead. So, all right, let me head back over to YouTube and finish this up. Let's go ahead and finish this up over there. Alex Martinez says, you couldn't pay me to sit through Captain Cringe, Carl Manvers again. Once was torture enough. I hear you. Darnley, are you Thor, God of Hammers? 7V says, I sent it to our group chat. Jeremy tweeted to Don Chino. Okay, gotcha, Steph. I'll check that out. Alexander says, on the Satanism spectrum, what do you think Arya taking... No. Alex McCarthy says, Jeremy did a video on Geeks and Gamers about the Don Cheadle thing. Okay, I gotcha. I'll have to check that out. Grandmaster Yoda says, when the journalist said Endgame is start for someone and end for others, Brie Brickface Larson had nice smiles in her face. Her ego is bigger than Jupiter and make me sick. Yeah, seriously. She's so full of herself. Lacey Tano says, how is the house hunt going? It's going as well as it can be. We looked at a lot of houses today, so we have a lot of decisions to make. We're probably going to look at a couple of things tomorrow. We did all of the actual, like, going to houses today, and we saw some pretty good options. Let's see. Andrea says, if Marvel doesn't go woke, are there any specific actors that you would like to see? I'd love to see Alan Tudyk, Jason Isaacs, and the woman who plays Missandei in Game of Thrones as Storm. Ooh, she would be a great pick for Storm. Alan Tudyk for sure. Alan Tudyk would be a great choice. Random says, why does Brie Larson hate Wine? It's because she's full of herself. That's why, Random. She's so woke that she's not even awake anymore. Super says, super random, since you're streaming and mind if I ask you something about video audio production, do you know of any software that can capture the audio from a Google Hangout session? So, Super, when you go ahead, so what you can do with Google Hangouts, if you don't want to live stream, you set the event to private, go live, and what it'll do is it'll record that call. Then once you have that call recorded, go to your YouTube. You can download the file after it's been processed as an MP4. And then you can upload that to Audacity, and it'll transfer that into an audio file. So that's one way that you can do it. Nefarious Fool, how do you like DLive? Nefarious Fool, I think that DLive has a lot of potential to it, for sure. I really do like the way that it gives you currency just for watching streams. I really like that aspect to it, and I also really like that it seems to be better for streaming as well. Live stream, people are still finding it that way. Okay, all right, I got you, Maverick. Peabody says, Freya, I bought your book. We'll send it to you. Odin, I have a package ready. Grab your catcher's mitt. Nice, Peabody. Awesome. Thank you, man. Lacey Tana says, that's exciting. Happy for you for your new adventure. Thank you very much, Lacey. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, we're very excited too. It's going to be really cool to see all of these things come together. And it's going to be really cool to make it happen. It's things were really bad a few weeks ago. And so to see how much things can change in that amount of time is awesome. And I am very, very excited to hopefully see something new and beautiful come out of it. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Says I'm gone again. All right, so I'm indeed going to be heading out. But before I do, I'm going to give a huge shout out to my patrons. So hopefully this gets recorded on at least one of the streams that's happening right now. So huge shout out to you, A Great Jedi, Adam Shawhan, Arbertus Magnus, Aman Yosef Marcos, Brian P, Darkstar57, Delete System 32, Dion, Edward Coleman, Enrique Evangelista, Entertainment Hacker, Frank the Tank and the Sean, Wiener Dog Clan, Harold Francis, the Hunkin' Chunkin', Funkin' Monkey, Inflame Wood, It's a Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, Jonathan Jerembeck, Laura Story, Matthew Kadish, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin, Outpost Dire, Perpetual Punster, Projar Sarif, Proper Jeremy, Shenglong, Sir Lance Elato, Theodora, the K-Man, the DJD Show, those two ball guys, Tina B, and Wolfgang Lounge are all amazing and beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Alex McCarthy, yep, so sorry about all the streaming issues. I did shout out my patrons, so Valkyries, if y'all did not hear it, I did shout them out, so hopefully it'll show up on the recording version of this. And now I'm going to end the stream and find out what the heck actually happened and how many videos have been created. So thank you again so very much for being amazing, beautiful people. Have a wonderful night, and as always, God bless.